Wow, somebody's really tall. Not me. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Kelly Brill. I'm the Executive Director of the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. And we are thrilled that so many of you are here with us tonight. And coming out for something different for us. We've had, now this is our second performance with Cheap Laughs, I think our third ever comedy show, so we love that you love it. We're going to be hopefully doing a lot more of these, and there's a lot happening at the HCA. So just today we had our member mixer. It was a little event we had for our members. Who are members here? Yeah, members, thank you so much. Being a member of the HCA really supports all that we do here, and so we're very grateful for you. Thanks for coming. We have a lot coming up in the month of October around Halloween. We have Wicked Weekend, which will be a series of events from a scavenger hunt to a scarecrow contest to a haunted trail, and it is very scary. Very scary. And then we're also having a Monster Match, which is a family event. We're going to be partnering with the Hopkinton Community Partnership with their trunk or treat, and then we have a fun event for families, and then we have our traditional Wicked 5K, which is our fundraiser. So October is a fundraising month for us, and we appreciate you coming out and supporting us in any way that sounds fun for you. We also, as a fundraiser, have a Patchwork and Paver campaign. There's information out in the lobby of how you can leave your mark on the HCA. We just renovated a very large building, and it was a very large ticket item, and so we're looking to bridge the gap, and we have some really fun ways that you can have a plaque on a rocking chair or a paver or a quilt square out there. So lots of information about it, and if you haven't joined our mailing list, we hope that you will. So, without further ado, I didn't tell the guys, so hopefully they can hear me, that I'm going to be introducing them right now. Mine, first, meeting Paul Gillespie, who is our host for the evening, he was in a play that I directed, and he played Man on the Floor. Oh. And that pretty much was all he did, was laying there on the floor. So he'll have to tell you about that. Very talented together. So please give a warm welcome to Paul Gillespie and Cheap Laughs.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Oh my God, I can't believe you brought up the Man on the Floor. Yeah, there's a whole Neil Simon comedy where I had to be on the floor with a trick back. And the thing is, I have a trick back. So that made it really hard. I wasn't acting, Kelly, that's what I'm trying to say. Welcome, thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out for comedy. Give yourselves a round of applause. Get out on the Saturday night in the suburbs. I live in Holliston, I know it's hard. Damn. But you guys did it, so, you know, if you leave now, it's a success. It's a win, right? Just done, you got out. That's what I think. That's true, this one's like, yeah, let's go. Can we go now? Save on the sitter. How many people are paying babysitters to be here? We got a babysitter? Yeah, all right, pump up the local economy, I love it. Overpay your babysitters. Overpay them, pay them, and then pay them again. So they don't get stolen. Right? Do we know about babysitter stealing? Yeah. No, this is not a bit, this is a true thing. Don't lose a good babysitter. Yeah. For the sake of $5 an hour? Really? Yeah. Really? When I was, we have 3 kids, and when my wife would go out, she's here tonight, suffering again. Round of applause for my wife. She didn't know I was going to do that. If I was left at home, and she would go out, you know, to book club or book club. Yeah, exactly. I was like, you know, I'm going to set the bar really low. My job is to make sure they're alive when she gets home. That's all I'm responsible for. How did it go? They're alive. I took the mirror, they're breathing, it's fine. So, yeah, my name is Paul Gillespie. I started Cheap Laughs in 2000. All right, you know what, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little off track. Let's get this off my chest first, and then I can go on with the show. Had a very exciting day. I got a deal on Netflix today. Yes, I know. I signed up for a year and I got a month for free. Killing it in Holliston. Killing it in Holliston. Am I right? Damn. And I'm not giving my kids the password. God damn it. Get your own password. You're an adult, you're paying rent. Yeah. Dad, what's the password? Screw you, that's the net password. I started Cheap Laughs in 2019 because I saw the global pandemic coming and I thought, what a good time to start a live entertainment company. I am the Bill Gates of stand-up comedy, and almost as attractive. So that was a lot of fun. Congratulations to the members. Kelly was thanking the members. Thank you for joining HCA. That's awesome. You got a discount. I don't want to start a riot, but the members got a discount on the ticket tonight. So if you're not a member, you got screwed. No, it's a 10% discount. So go ahead and join. And then next time, if you bring, it's like if you brought 10 friends, you get the 11th friend for free. That's how math works. Good luck finding 10 friends in the suburbs who want to come out, though. Everybody who wants to come out is here already. We covered that in the beginning. No, but I think it's great, and there's a lot of great stuff coming up at HCA, and we're just really glad to be part of it. Enough about you. Let's talk about me. My dear wife is here. I'm a married man. I've been married for 36 years. 36 years. Thank you. Thank you. That's such an easy applause line. Because there are a lot of people who are married. I talked to somebody today who's married for 38 years, and that's rare that I talk to somebody. Oh, I should clarify, one woman also, like, in a row, 36. So, like, did it the hard way, you know? So we got married, and I was thinking about, on our anniversary in June, 36, how did we get here? Like, if there is a secret, you know, if there's something, like, people like younger, what's the secret to being married? What's your secret to being with one woman for 36 years? And I think I hit on it. My secret to being with one woman for 36 years is I'm terrified of other women. I mean, I think a lot of men are. I think that's why we date so many before we pick one out. We're doing research, you know? It's like we're conducting clinical trials. You know? I mean, for me, I married the third woman I ever made out with at age 24. Right? To clarify, making out, that's Catholic for hooking up. Catholics in the crowd. Yeah, I was a babe in the woods, 24. And so in a sense, I didn't get to stage 3 clinical trials, is what I'm saying. Okay? I got emergency youth authorization for one woman that I married. So I'm not authorized for women. So the way I think about it, if I try another woman, I don't know what might happen. I don't know what the side effects are going to be. I mean, they could include sweating and nausea, vomiting, and an erection lasting longer than 4 hours. If you didn't think I was going to go there, you're at the wrong comedy show. I told Kelly it would be PG-13 plus, and I can decide what the plus means. And so I can make Cialis jokes. Look, okay, you know what I think, guys? It's kind of like, it's like McDonald's, okay? Yeah. Billions and billions served, no one's ever gone to McDonald's. Yeah. It's $1 billion drug. Don't sit there and tell me no one's using it, all right? That's bullshit. All right, I'm back. And I feel better for it. I was listening to NPR because you have to in the suburbs at age 60. I mean, it's like, you get pulled over if you're not listening to NPR. And so I'm repeating myself, yeah. And there was a study, speaking of relationships and successful relationships, there was a study they were reporting on that found that men who believe they are funnier than their female partners tend to be happier. We spent money on this. And same study, women tend to want their male partners to shut the fuck up. They're much happier if their male partners can just shut the fuck up. Yeah. So I try to bring a little education, you know, to my shows. Right? So you can leave here feeling good and smart. In other news, The Queen died. And her son got her job.
Yeah.
Does it strike anybody as odd that her son got her job when she died? I mean, we just all accept it, but that's weird here in America. That's not how we roll.
We're not a monarchy.
We're not a monarchy.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I thought to myself, a couple years ago, I'm really glad that's not how we roll, because if Trump died in office, what, we get Trump Jr.?
Yeah, exactly.
We just get a younger, dumber Trump, whose coke habit is not diet?
That's great.
So you find out that woman's name, she's coming home with us. And that's a suburban version of a threesome. Oh, jeez. No, on a lighter note, I mean, if, I started to think more about that, like if we had a rule where when the parent dies, the kids get the job, how would that work? You know? I mean, for one thing, every episode of Law and Order would be like 3 minutes long. Like, dum dum. What's the cause of death? Blunt force trauma to the head. And it looks like they used this Little League bat. Okay, arrest the son, we're out of here. So I'm really glad that we don't have that, because I have 3 kids. And yeah, keep an eye on them. But on a lighter topic, I was reading the news about the war in Ukraine. And on my phone, on the New York Times app, and I'm reading this article about the war, and an ad pops up for a coffin. I'm like, yeah. I'm depressed enough reading about the war. I don't need to see ads for coffins.
No.
Plus, I feel fine, okay? And the internet should know I feel fine by checking my search history, okay? It's nothing but scuba diving vacations I can't afford and very straight, very suburban MILF porn. That's it. I'm fine. I need a coffin. So I left the New York Times app. I went over to the BostonHerald.com. I was reading their editorials about the war, and it happened again. There was a link, hand to God, people, there was a link, can't make this up, there was a link on the editorial page. Place your own obituary. I love the fact that it's not write your own obituary. They assume you've already done that. How many here have written their own obituary? It's in a Word doc, right? Look, this is what I do on a Saturday night for fun. I got a pretty good ego. Even I have not written my own obituary yet. Seriously, honey, I haven't. I wrote yours, but anyway, that's another story. Because also, I don't think I can write my own obituary because I'm Catholic, and I'm pretty sure that's a sin.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for checking that, Father. Father's in the house. Got a priest in the house, guys. We always try to sniff them out. We always try to find them, I am a Catholic. I joined the Catholic Church late in life. This is odd for Boston. I was 40 when I joined the Catholic Church. Yeah, right? But go back 20 years in your mind. 20 years ago, I joined the Catholic Church.
That's a rough time.
That was a rough time. But you know what? Great parking. Oh, Mr. Gillespie, seats right up front. That's fine. Do you have the altar boys? No. What, you think they don't deserve it? So anyway, yeah, coffin ads, my God. But let's move on. Speaking of being Catholic, my sister is gay. And that's the whole joke. It's very compact.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and she came out in the 80s. Oh. She's about my age. And she came out when she was in college. And it was a shit show. It was terrible. I mean, my parents were horrible. And I think they know it now. For whatever reason, it was one of those horrible things. And there are a lot of horrible things that happened to gay people in the 80s, no doubt. So flash forward a generation. I have 3 kids, as I mentioned. My daughter is gay. And she came out in college. She's 26, name is Carrie. And when she came out, my wife and I were kind of like, huh. We all came together. Now, this is not, I'm not like patting myself on the back that I'm, kind or whatever. I'm just like everybody else. But I saw this big difference between when my sister came out in the 80s and when my daughter came out. It was just, okay. And then I started thinking, where are we going? I think when my kids have kids, no one's gonna come out. We're not gonna have like gender discussions and gender bathrooms. People are just gonna be who they are and love each other, and that's just gonna be the world. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. That's what I see coming. It's not gonna be great for the people over at Fox News. Because they won't know who to hate anymore. That's gonna be a very confusing programming to see. So, yeah, that's not gonna be around. So talking about my kids, my wife, my dad, tell you a little bit about my father. He's 86 years old. Yeah, he lives in Weston at a assisted living facility. And he records everything on his DVR. Maybe that's an aging thing. The older you get, the more goes into your DVR. I'm not sure. And this is a guy who made his living in advertising, and his favorite thing is to scan past commercials. He records the ball drop on New Year's Eve. I'm like, it's the only value to that is we all watch it together and it happens in real time. And the other thing is, he records it, he watches it the next morning, like 8 hours later, so he's 8 hours behind the rest of the year. It's very confusing, very confusing. I was over to visit him, and he wanted me to buy him a refill for his at-a-glance pocket calendar. Who's old enough to know what a pocket calendar is? Right? Yeah, it's a piece of paper. It's like an iPhone with a pencil. And it's September. He says, "Can you get me a refill, Paulie, for 2023?" He's 86. I said, "Oh, Dad, I'm so proud of you. You're so optimistic." He would roll with that if he was here. Wouldn't he, hon? I'll leave you with one other thought, then we're going to get on with my other friends that are coming up. We got a great time tonight. Are we having fun? We're having fun already? Having fun? Oh, maybe I won't. My dear wife in the audience is teacher. Any other teachers here in the audience? Any teachers? Sing it out. I see a couple of hands waving. One down here. What do you teach, sir? High school English. Woo! I should have gone over that much earlier and tightened up my grammar for tonight. I think all my verbs and nouns are agreeing, but if not, my wife will tell me later. Silently correcting your grammar. She's got one of those, the teacher. Well, she tells me that she's a teacher for a long time, and the hardest part of the job, and let me know if you agree, sir, and the other teachers, is actually not even the teaching and the grading and the classroom management, but it's sitting down and meeting with the parents. Already. That's it, I'm out of here. And especially the parents of the students who are just like, they don't do their homework, they won't shut up in class, they won't stay in their seat, definitely gonna grow up to be a stand-up comedian. And my wife's got to sit down with the parents and listen to them. She's a very earnest woman, a very dear woman, and she wants to help. She wants to help. And the parents they're looking at her for answers. What are we going to do about Tommy? And she tries and she tells me these stories of their ideas. But sometimes there's a kid where I think what she'd rather say is something like this. Well, we've looked at all the tests, and we don't see ADD, and we don't think it's a learning disability. So, well, we think, and we don't say this much anymore, but we think your son is just a dick. But don't worry, he can still grow up to be president.